In a quiet
Hello,
neighborhood
little
filled with
friend.
small gardens and sunlit balconies,
That's it.
there lived
Why,
a
hi.
thoughtful 8-year-old girl named Anaya.
Wow.
She loved small, gentle things, soft clouds, slow sunsets, and the tiny green plants her mother kept near the window. One warm Saturday morning, Anaya received a small clay pot and a packet of seeds as a gift. The seeds were for marigold flowers, bright and cheerful. Anaya's eyes sparkled with excitement. She carefully filled the pot with soil, pressed the
There you
tiny
go,
seeds
little
into the
one.
earth, and watered them with great care.
All
From
done.
that day on, the little pot became the most important thing on her balcony. Every morning before
There you
school,
go, little
Anaya checked the soil. Every evening after homework, she watered it gently. She imagined the bright orange flowers that would soon bloom and sway in the breeze. But days passed. Nothing happened. The soil remained plain and quiet. Anaya's excitement slowly began to fade. She wondered if she had done something wrong. She checked the pot again and again, hoping to see even the smallest hint of green. One afternoon, while sitting near the balcony railing, Anaya noticed a small brown sparrow fluttering nearby. The tiny bird carried a thin piece of dry grass in its beak. It landed carefully on the corner of the balcony shade and began arranging the grass. Anaya watched with quiet curiosity. The sparrow worked slowly and carefully, placing each piece of grass with great focus. After some time, the little bird flew away and returned with another tiny twig. Bit by bit, a small nest began to take shape. Anaya felt a gentle warmth watching the tiny builder at work. But that evening, strong winds swept through the neighborhood. Curtains fluttered wildly, and dry leaves danced through the air. The next morning, when Anaya stepped onto the balcony, she noticed the nest had fallen apart. The carefully placed grass pieces were scattered. For a moment, everything was still. Soon, the sparrow returned. It perched quietly on the railing and looked at the empty spot where the nest had been. Anaya felt a small ache in her chest. She expected the bird to fly away and give up. But the sparrow did not leave. Instead, it flew down, picked up a thin piece of grass, and began again. Anaya leaned forward, surprised. All that day, the sparrow worked patiently. Piece by piece, it rebuilt the nest. Its tiny body moved with calm determination. It did not rush. It did not seem upset. It simply continued. The next evening brought another round of strong winds. Once again, parts of the nest loosened and fell. Anaya's shoulders drooped. She felt sure the sparrow would stop trying this time. But the following morning, the little bird returned once more, and it began again. Something quietly shifted inside Anaya. The sparrow was small, the wind was strong, yet the tiny bird kept rebuilding, one piece at a time. It did not expect the nest to appear instantly. It trusted the slow work of small efforts. That afternoon, Anaya looked at her flower pot differently. Instead of feeling disappointed, she gently loosened the soil. She checked if the pot was getting enough sunlight. She watered it carefully, not too much, not too little. Days passed. Anaya continued her routine patiently, just like the sparrow. She stopped checking every hour. Instead, she trusted the process. Each morning, she greeted the pot with a hopeful smile and went about her day. On a soft golden morning, something new appeared. A tiny green sprout pushed gently through the soil. Anaya's eyes widened with wonder. She leaned closer, hardly believing it. The small sprout was delicate but determined, reaching upward toward the light. Around the same time, the sparrow's nest had finally taken strong shape. The woven grass held firmly against the breeze. The tiny bird perched beside it peacefully, its hard work complete. Anaya felt proud, not just of the sprout, but of her patience. Over the next few weeks, the plant grew taller and stronger. Small leaves unfurled. Then one day, bright marigold flowers bloomed, glowing warmly in the sunlight. The balcony felt more alive than ever. Anaya understood something important now. Beautiful things do not rush. Strong things do not appear overnight. Growth, whether a nest, a flower, or confidence, happens slowly with care and patience.